Officer Darren Burks and leading police on a chase on I-35 into Louisville. Stops his car on the freeway. Despite the racing emotions, the officer on the radio is calm in a pressure-packed critical incident.
Got the door coming open. Use caution. He's looking back, still in the car, coming out with a weapon. Coming out with, nope, hands are up.
Cobb gets out with hands up, then goes back to the car and gets a weapon. Officers yell for him to drop the gun.
He's got a weapon in hand. He's got a weapon in hand walking back towards officer.
The camera zooms in and freezes so you can see the weapon. Cobb keeps walking towards officers who are still yelling commands. 6 officers open fire. Cobb falls.
Vehicle, weapon in hand. Roll EMS. Roll EMS.
Corey Cobb died on Interstate 35. His violence already done. 2 officers injured, and rookie officer Darren Burks lost his life in the 900 block of East Ledbetter last Thursday night. Dallas Police Chief Eddie Garcia called it an execution.
Cobb approached Officer Burks and talked with him briefly through the driver's side window as he recorded the encounter with a cell phone. The suspect then pulled out a handgun and executed Officer Burks as he sat in his vehicle.
Cobb, the chief said, returned to his white sedan, getting this shotgun with a drum magazine, placing it on top of Officer Burks' squad car, waiting for responding officers. And when they showed up, he opened fire.
We came close to losing other officers who put their lives on the line to protect their brother. And it is by the grace of God they're still with us today. Our officers were targeted for nothing more than the uniform they wear and for the brave and honorable job that they do.
Sunday, Darren Burks' body in a police processional escorted to Restland Funeral Home, where he will be prepared for the celebration of his life. Outside South Central Patrol, a squad car turned shrine salutes the service and sacrifice of 46-year-old officer Darren Burks, who after 17 years as a teacher turned to policing as a second career. Niall Smith brought his daughter to pay their respects.
I'm former military, Air Force, and served the country. And I just want to help her understand patriotism and community and just, what the law enforcement does for the community and how it affects us all.
Scores of officers, shook by 3 fellow officers being shot, gather at Methodist Hospital in the pre-dawn hours, where new police officer Darren Burks was brought after being ambushed as he sat in his police vehicle in the 900 block of East Ledbetter a little after 10 Thursday night. The shooting, senseless to the entire police community.
Why are we dying at the hands of a person and we're not even in conflict with you? You don't even know me. You don't know any of these officers, but you go into combat with an officer? You blindsided? That's terrible.
Burks was able to somehow transmit over his radio after being shot. Backup showed up. Another rookie and her field training officer. Both were shot. The female officer more serious, taken to Baylor Hospital. Either she or her training officer may have been able to return gunfire, possibly hitting the suspect, who took off in a white sedan with more officers in chase. Part of that captured by TxDOT cameras along I-35 North in Louisville. The suspect stopped on the freeway and got out.
When that suspect exited that vehicle, he had a long gun. Dallas police officers then shot at the suspect, fired at the suspect, and he died at that.
So not uncommon for officers on patrol to be what they call a one-man element or in a squad car by themselves. Unless they're on assignment, unless they're doing some undercover, most officers ride solo. When you see 2 officers like the ones who responded